Okay, hello everyone, and there we go. Welcome back to World of Tanks Blitz. I'm going to be here doing a garage review, and this time it's going to be for the Helsing H0. I got it from the Night Hunt mission, which, if you've been following my progress, once I've actually uploaded all, because right now my Bandicam folder is 77 gigabytes. Mostly because of World of Tanks Blitz videos. Because for some reason they take up a whole load of gigabyte space. I'm not too sure why, but so one of the two new vehicles you could get is the Helsing H0 or H0, which is what I went for, and it's a good choice to go for because this thing, the T6 Dracula, although yes, it looks very cool, it's effectively an AMX CDC underneath, just a tier lower. I mean, the turret is CDC, the wheels are CDC, the front armor, although it's slightly sloped, it's CDC. So what you've got here is effectively a CDC. However, this thing is a twin-shot tank destroyer, and it's very unique. It's disgustingly OP, which I like. So yeah, it has 1000 HP. First up, it's got 30% protection, 69% firepower, because why not, 66% shot effectiveness, and 55% maneuverability. So 1000 HP, which, if we compare to some of the other tier 7 tank destroyers, you've got T25 AT, which has got 980 HP. You've got the T25-2 with the upgraded turret, comes to 1020 HP. You've got the Germans with the Jagdpanther. Here we go, the Jagdpanther, which has got 1050 HP. You've got the Sturmil, which has got 1000 HP. Then you've got the Russians here with, I think, the Su-122-44. Yep, here we go, which has got 950. You've got the Su-152, which has got 1000. You've got the Su-101, which has got 970. Come to the British are going to have the most amount of HP because that's the British tank destroyers thing. So you've got the 87 with 1250, 80-15A with 1200, and that's it for your tank destroyers. So compared to the British, it's not much. However, compared to the other nations, it's fairly in the middle. So it's got sort of midway HP. It's not particularly low HP, but then again, it's not particularly high HP. So, but it's still a decent enough amount of HP. It doesn't have particularly great armor. However, 60 front, 40 sides and rear, 80 frontal turret, 50 side, 40 rear. So 80 at the front of the turret is pretty good, and well, it's not pretty good at all, really. But it does have this gun mantlet, which is an odd sort of thing. I'm sure that's going to become somewhat of a single place that you can't actually penetrate the tank. So I reckon that's going to be pretty strong. However, well, 50 front sloped. The sloping, if you're at an extreme angle like that, is going to come in effective. But really, yeah, it may get some bouncing, but I wouldn't rely on your frontal armor here to actually stop any shells. And well, sides and rear are paper thin, so it's not the most well-armoured tank at tier 7. I think we can all agree on that. But as for maneuverability, here's the engine it gets. It gets an Aether W20, 500 horsepower engine, with a 20% chance of foreign impact. So there you go, 25-ton tank with a 500 horsepower engine, which gives it a 60 km/h top speed limit, which is pretty good. 30 hull traverse isn't that great. 16 turret traverse is pitifully slow. However, if you have played any of the other turret tank destroyers, you will be used to slow turning turrets because, well, that's to stop them from being OP. But let's leave the gun for now, and we'll go to the turrets. And there we go, 240 meters in ranges, view ranges. Yeah, all right. Suspension has got a total load limit of 27.80 tons, so you do have a bit of wiggle room to fit modules, equipment, whatever. But now we come to this double shot gun, which is disgustingly OP. Frankly, it's disgustingly OP. It's a very good gun. Plus it looks cool. Look at that. It's got the crossbow arm sort of things here. You've got these, I don't know, electricity generators or something right there, and then you've got the nice golden / grey metal barrel. And when we come to it, this is the gun. It's a 85mm Twin X barrel Mod 1, which has got a magazine size of two barrels. 0.25 shell loading speed because it goes bang, and then you're out, and then it takes 10 seconds to reload the gun. So 10 seconds is a pretty good reload for an 85mm twin shot magazine. I mean, a single 128mm gun reloads in that time for a tank destroyer, although it may be a little bit longer. So that's a pretty swift magazine load speed, plus 170 armor piercing penetration. This is a fairly mobile tank, as you saw by the maneuverability, so it's really easy to get into flanking positions. Tanks like the IS, the Tiger, anything with a large flat side is going to be food for you, because you can pump shots into them all day. Because 200 average damage with AP means that you'll do 400 average damage in, with a, and 400 damage is really good. That's more than the Russian 122, but only by 10 if you hit both shots. And it does have 0.36 dispersion, which is all right. It's not the most accurate thing, but then again, it's not the most inaccurate, so it's pretty good accuracy. And it does have a pretty good aim time of 2.1 seconds. That's below average. That's higher than average. Sorry. Is it higher or lower? Higher in the sense that it's better, but lower as in it's lower than the average of 2.3 seconds. So, and the good thing about having two shots is that because they fire with a slight delay, even if you don't hit one, you still have a chance to hit with the other. So you'll still do 200 average damage, which is really good. This gun is just disgustingly OP. It's amazing. I mean, this tank is fairly mobile. You can keep up with mediums, and it has decent penetration. 170 penetration is pretty good. I mean, it's 5 less than the Russian average of 175 average damage. You have 100 shots of ammunition. I mean, that's a very good gun. It's a very good gun mounted on a pretty good tank chassis. I mean, this tank is really, really good. Out of the two Halloween tanks, I haven't played the Dracula, but I suspect that it plays a lot like the regular CDC, or it plays a lot like the T-23-3, so there you go. But as for your equipment, I've gone in prevents because magazine load speed, getting it down is always useful. I've also gone with coated optics because the ability to spot your own targets will be useful. So I've gone with that. You don't need an enhanced gun laying drive because 2.1 seconds is pretty good. Tanks filled with CO2 if you keep getting set on fire. Wet ammo rack in case your ammo rack keeps getting damaged. Camo net plus binos is not a bad choice. You are fairly mobile, but then again you can also sort of camp and spot your own target. So you could go with binos and camo net because even if you do get left behind in the battle, they're small maps and you're pretty fast, so you can catch up with the rest of your team. Medium small liner, no, you don't have the armor for it, and a toolbox is always something useful to just whack on there. So, yeah, like I said, 100 shells is a fair amount of shells. It'll get you through there in no time. So you've got standard fuel and proof fuel, plus 10% to engine power and turret traverse, or plus 3 depending on what you get. Automatically activated permanent throughout one battle. Then you've got tinned food and field rations for plus 3/10% to crew mastery, respectively. Activated automatically, permanent effect throughout one battle. And then you've got protective kit plus 15% to protection of the crew from injuries, 10% top speed to speed of module repair, 20% to fire protection, and 10% ammo rack and fuel tank durability. Activated permanently throughout a battle. So you can use them. I don't, because I don't really like using provisions, but there you go. And then we come to the consumables, and if you've watched any of my other reviews, you will know exactly what I'm going to say for this. Well, if you've watched any of my other World of Tanks Blitz reviews, then you'll know exactly what I'm going to say about equipping the standard 3 consumables, and I'll go over these two. Oh, actually, oh, that's interesting. You don't actually have adrenaline boost or adrenaline rush, which is odd. That's, well, then again, it is an auto-loading magazine, so I can see why, but still, I hadn't noticed that until just now. But anyway, so you can skip this part if you've already seen one of my other reviews. You know what I'm going to say. And that is, you've got Field Repair Kit. Repair Kit repairs all damaged modules, cooldown of 90 seconds, multiple uses, 1 battle. First Aid Kit heals all injured crew members, cooldown 90 seconds. Automatic Fire Extinguisher automatically extinguishes fire with a 90-second cooldown. And I've gone with the 3 default because, you know, it's just ingrained into me from standard World of Tanks. Engine power boost gives plus 20% to engine power with a 15-second duration for a 75-second cooldown. Multiple uses throughout a battle, and then you've got multi-purpose restoration pack, which does all the same things as these 3, just combined into 1. So you could fit one of these if you wanted. I tend to not. I just want all 3 of these. And if you're wondering why I don't go with one of these, it's because, say, you get your track destroyed, so you repair your track, and away you go. And then you get set on fire, and you only have one of these equipped. You've used your multi-purpose restoration pack to repair your track. You get set on fire, you can't use it again for another, let's say, 80 seconds. You're going to keep burning. All because you used your multi-purpose restoration pack on your track, which is why I go with the 3 individual things, because although it costs more to fit them, I can repair my track, and then if I get set on fire, I can instantly extinguish the fire with my auto fire extinguisher. So that's why I don't go with a multi-purpose restoration pack. I go with an automatic fire extinguisher, a first aid kit, and a field repair. So there you go. There's my reasoning for that. And camouflages, well, this is the only camouflage you get, but, well, it's a pretty good camouflage. If we just look at this tank for a moment, and just appreciate how it looks, you've got potions in here, which are real cool. Then you've got these sort of lantern things, which are quite interesting. Then you've got all of these sort of gold, you know, decorations and decals, which look awesome. You've got a nice gold box here. You've got these wolves or lions, which are pretty cool. I mean, you know, that is a nice addition. Then you've got the exhaust up here. You've got the engine back here, actually. Then you've got another spare, 2 spare boxes here. Stakes for the Dracula, so that you can kill off any vampires that come towards you. So you've got the engine back here, which is it's a nice looking engine deck. It has this raised fuel tank, perhaps. I'm not too sure. Then you've got the same over the other side here of these sort of side skirts. Then you've just got these ribbing, which many tanks have. The stakes, of course. Then you've got this, which is, they look a bit like belts, so you've sort of belted it together, sort of. The driver's viewport there. You've got this weird saw blade thing. I'm not too sure what this saw blade's for, but hey ho, you've got it there. It doesn't really help with ramming either, because as you can see, it only just sticks out from the tank, so I'm not too sure why you've got it there, but oh well. As for the turret has got all of these sort of embroidered stamps on here. Well, not embroidered, but, you know, these nice decal stamps here. Well, here's the hatches with some viewports. They're pretty cool. And then you got this, which is sort of, because this was supposed to look a bit like a crossbow, so you've got the crossbow arms here, you've got the you know, like the actual bolt here, you've got these, well, you got these things, but then I suppose this is where you would actually load the bolt into the crossbow, so I suppose that's what this looks like. And it does give it a nice effect on the turret. It's got these sort of bars here, so that looks cool. And then you've got these electric generatory things, and then you've got the gunman, and, well, it's just a nice looking tank. I mean, the Dracula looks cool, because it's sort of black and grey. You know, it sort of fits with a vampire, but this thing, oh, it's like a vampire hunter. I think that's what it is, it's a vampire hunter. But there you go, so that's the exterior, and that looks cool. Now, as for the crew in Blitz works differently. You don't train individual crews for vehicles, well, you do, but once they're 100%, you don't start training for that individual vehicle, you just start training for whatever vehicle type you're in. So this is a tank destroyer, so my crew will start training clutch braking, because that's what I've set my tank destroyer crews to train. So you've got camouflage, smooth turn, decreases gun depression of a turning vehicle by 1%. You've got clutch braking, of course, we all know, increases the vehicle traverse speed. Camo, of course, we know, increases vehicle concealment. Deadly accuracy increases view range and aim speed by 1% if all your allies have been destroyed. Then you've got Sniper, gives a 1% chance to make a shot that is guaranteed to cause damage to modules of an enemy vehicle if you hit them. When the skill is activated, the chance of damaging an enemy vehicle module is 100%. Normally, the chance of damage depends on the module type and ranges from 27% to 100%. So, it's up to you as to what you train your tank destroyers to train. I've been training clutch braking, so I'm going to keep training clutch braking. But yeah, so this thing is disgustingly OP, and it's also amazing if you can snag it. If you did snag it, congratulations. If you haven't snagged it, too bad. You're missing out on all the fun that we're having. Of course, by the time this review goes up, it will probably be December, maybe. I'm not too sure. Recording this in October, so yeah, it seems like December would be a good choice. But yeah, so if you didn't manage to get it, you're missing out, man. You're really missing out, because this thing is great. It's a really good tank destroyer. If you need to train tank destroyer crews, this is definitely the tank to do it in. It's just disgustingly OP and it's amazing. But anyway, so yeah, the Helsing H0 or H0. I'll thank you for watching and goodbye.